What's up everybody? This is DP, this is my pops, DP as well. What a lot of people have been asking us is, hey, what do I need to do as an athlete to get ready for the field of play, to get ready for practice, to get back from soreness? What are some stretches? What are some things I can do when my hamstrings are tight, my back is tight, my shoulders are tight, whatever it may be? So today we're gonna bring you some stretches in a routine that'll get you right, that you can do by yourself, and then we'll give you some partner routines that you can do with your mom, dad, brother, sister, wife, husband, teammate, whoever it may be. The biggest thing about being an athlete is your biggest ability is availability. So if you're hurt and you're not on the field, you can't practice, you can't get better, right? You can't play, you're no good to that team. So what we're gonna do is give you a routine that you can do 3 to 4 times a week that'll really help your body stay intact, help you be able to move better, get up out the bed better, everything. And this isn't just for athletes. Yes, we're gearing it towards athletes, but the everyday person can do that as well. So you'll notice that we both have our shoes off. He'll talk about the big positives of working out and training without your shoes. And now make sure you're not doing it outside and it's not safe, but you want to be in good environments, turf fields like this, inside or outside. You want to make sure that you're listening to the things that he says, because it's going to be able to put you in a better situation. So as he goes through these things, when you're watching this video back, don't be scared to, obviously pause it as you're going through different things, working on the stretches as you watch it the first 2-3 times, because you're gonna have to figure out what you're doing and what the routine is. So as he's going through it and you're watching this, pause it, do your stuff, then keep moving forward. So I'm gonna let my pop start off with everything he's gonna tell you, from why this is a good thing for you to be able to do and how you'll benefit from it.
So the first thing we're going to talk about is that in normal stretch routines, your body's only going to go so far because your nervous system will not allow it to go past that point. So what we have developed is a neurological reset, neurological warm-up, to where we can take you into your nervous system to open it up so that we can get more range of motion. And not just more range of motions. If the hips are tight, the hamstring is tight, the ankle's tight, by going through these movements, it's also going to pull the pain out, it's going to pull the tightness out, and it's going to actually heal and cure some of the things in your body as we go through this warm-up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through 6 head motions while we're walking in place. These 6 head motions are what opens up your nervous system. As Damon said, I don't have shoes on. The reason why we don't have shoes on, for one, we want to strengthen the feet, the muscles in the feet. Too many times we have thick sole shoes or we're in cleats, so our feet never touch the ground, which is a big cause of ACL and lower body injuries. And for 2, we want to get the nervous system in the feet moving. We want to get it activated, because your feet tells your brain and your eyes what's going on from the ground up. So if your feet don't recognize that I stepped and my knee buckled, it doesn't understand I stepped in a hole, it can't tell your brain, can't tell your eyes what's going on so that the body can adjust. So right now I'm going to go through just a brief warm-up. I'm going to go through it about 3 or 4 times so that you can see each time I go through it how much more range of motion that I'm going to develop by going through it. So once again, it's going to be 6 head directions, and we're going to sniff on each head direction. So I'll go through it real quick, and I'm going to get the whole body, so it'll be a full body warm-up for you to go. Okay, so now we're going to go through the routine, and I'll explain what I'm doing and how long you should hold it and why we're doing it. So we start with the squat. We squat, get a good stance. We're just gonna hold it for a few seconds. Go into our hamstring. Take it down, we're not gonna bounce. Hold it for 2 to 3 seconds. Now we're gonna go into a front lunge. And the main thing is to push the hip forward. We're not leaning, push the hip forward. We're gonna switch. Go into the other leg, push that back hip forward. Then we're gonna go into a side lunge. Take it down comfortable, where it's comfortable. Go the other direction. Then we're gonna go in between for the hamstrings. From there, we're gonna do twist. And all we're gonna do is let the arms fly. We're not gonna be an intentional twisting, trying to make your body turn. Just let the arms fly and let the twist be natural. We're just gonna go each side to the side. Then we're gonna do shoulders. Just nice and easy. Taking the shoulders backwards. Nice and easy. Do 5 to 10, depending on how you feel. And we're gonna do both sides. Nice and easy. We're not forcing it through, we're not rushing it through. Then we're gonna go side, up into a lateral swing. Nice and easy. Once again, we're not forcing it up. See, I'm just going nice and easy. I'm not swinging it hard, just nice and easy, letting it warm up. And then we're going to go across with the palm facing out, and coming back with the palm facing towards the side. So we're going nice and easy, not forcing it. And once again, anywhere from 5 to 10 reps on each side, nice and easy, because all we're trying to do is warm up. And as we do this and go through each round, the body's going to warm up even more. So the swings, the stances are going to be much better. So we're going to go through it again, head up. Go back into the squat. Notice how my squat has gotten easier. Go back. Notice how my hamstrings have loosened up. Go to that lunge, push that back hip forward. Switch sides, push that back hip forward. Go to that side lunge. Go the other direction. And as I'm going, you're gonna notice that my body is getting more range of motion and more flexibility because I'm getting into that nervous system. Without getting to that nervous system, you'll never get to the range you want to get to. Go to the side, other side. Nice and easy, shoulder back. And when you get to the second round, you'll feel shoulders a little bit looser. And the rounds that you do depends on how you feel. I normally do 3 to 4. Let's go across and up, nice and easy. Swing's a lot easier now. Let's go to the other side. So those little shoulder pains you have, each round that little shoulder pain is gonna go away. Not just the range of motion is gonna get better, but those little shoulder pains are gonna start going away because we're getting into that nervous system. So I'm gonna do one more round. Head up, sniff. Squats better. Palms to the ground. And also you're gonna find by doing this, getting to the nervous system, that your balance is gonna get better in the things that you do. So that lunge you go into is gonna get better every time. Let's go to the side, to the other side. Nice and easy, let the arms move the body, turn the head back, get the whole body turned. Go to the side. shoulders. Let's go forward again. Opposite side. Cross, lateral. And this is a big one here. Most people, if their shoulders are going to hurt, it's going to be in this direction here. So this is a big one here. Get that shoulder nice and loose. And finish up. Across the body and back. So when we go across, we're getting that rear shoulder. We go here, we're getting that front shoulder. And once again, it can be how many reps you want, it can be how many rounds you want, and it can be any exercise that you want. It doesn't have to be this exactly. We're giving you this because it gets the whole body. It's nice, quick, it's efficient. Doing this for 3 or 4 rounds is going to be the equivalent of a normal warm-up for 20 to 25 minutes. When we start talking about range of motion, moving, getting the soreness out, getting the aches out, and you're going to start getting a little sweat. So don't get nervous if you start sweating, because the nervous system is opening up so that you can move better, feel better, so you're going to get a little sweat going on.
So my pops just went through the routine 3 times, right? Like he said, you can do it 3, 4, 5 times, depending on how you're feeling. Shoot, sometimes you might need to do it just twice because you're feeling good, but you just want that extra just to get you going. Remember, athletes, parents, everyday person, this doesn't have to be done at any one specific time. It's useful literally in the morning, before going to school, before going to work, before a game, before a practice. Athletes, I strongly advise this be your warm-up before you get into the warm-up with your team. A lot of times we just go into our warm-ups, we're talking half the time, half high knee and not even ready. Remember, when you watch NFL, NBA guys, they're sweating a lot before they even come out for warm-ups. They're really drenched before the game starts. So we want to use this before we even go into our team warm-ups. Like I said, everybody, you can use this when you wake up or at night. Athletes, you can use it when you wake up, at night, before game, before practice. It's a good way to open up that nervous system. Also, when you're doing this, at the beginning, I know you might not have been able to hear, but remember when he was doing his walking in place, make sure you're doing the sniff. Everything has a purpose, I promise you that. And because remember, we're not just worrying about the muscle, we're also worrying about the neurological systems and everything else in place. So it's not just about the muscle and stretching that, everything. We're worrying about the nervous system and everything that goes along with that. So with that being said, that's kind of our warm-up that you can do any time of the day. As you see, it doesn't take long. Now we're going to get into a couple of partner stretches that you can do that are really good, that you can do with your teammates, your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your brother, your sister, whoever you have around you can help you with these partner stretches. So if we're going to go into, we'll go first one. I know people always complain about the hamstring. What's going to be an easy, simple partner stretch that's effective that an athlete could do for their hamstrings?
Okay, lay on your back.
Which way we going to go? We can go this way so they can see here.
Okay, so what we're going to do, as far as the hamstring, to get into the nervous system, what we're going to do, we're going to turn the foot out, the foot and leg out. We're going to hold it for about 3 seconds. Then we're going to turn it in. We're going to hold it for about 3 seconds. We're going to go neutral, press down on the toes, press down on the foot into a dorsiflex position. Then we're going to stretch it as far as we can. Then we're going to go through it again. Foot out for about 3 seconds. Foot back in for about 3 seconds. Foot neutral, press down, stretch it again. And we can do this 3 or 4 times. And this here is going to open up that hamstring. It's going to give you more range of motion. As you can see, every time we do it, he has more range of motion because we've gotten into the nervous system, and it's not just a regular lay on your back and press the leg hamstring stretch.
Yes, 100%. So right there, one, I'm not super flexible, so don't be talking about me on here. But y'all see it was going further back each time. But especially when he's turning that foot out, you're feeling it not only in your hamstring, but in your calf. you turn that foot in, you feel it in that hamstring and that calf. And then when you get back neutral and he pushes down on that foot, you definitely feel it in the calf. So not only are you getting that hamstring stretch, you're getting the calf. So that's one. Another injury, another soreness I know a lot of people have is lower back, right? That's one of the things. Upper back, you might be sore from lifting, but just from bending over, squatting, sports, lower back is a big issue that a lot of our athletes have. What's a good partner stretch for that?
Okay, so we're gonna do two. Sit down on the ground with your feet straight out.
Gotcha.
We're gonna do two of them. We're gonna do one for your lower back. It's gonna help the lower back, it's gonna help the hamstrings, and then the second one is gonna be for the lower back and the hip flexors. So all you're gonna do is, your partner's gonna get behind you, keep your back, chest high, don't curl your body, and all they gonna do is push, you pushing back against me. Going into an isometric hold. Relax. You're gonna hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds. Lean forward again, as far as you can go. Push back against me. Relax.
One thing on this, remember, he's not trying to push you dead into the ground, and I'm not trying to strain my back. Remember, we're not fighting here. He's giving a good solid push, good firm push, and I'm giving a good firm push back, but he's not trying to slam my chest into the ground, and I'm not trying to throw him backwards. Make sure you're not straining during your stretches.
One more time, go as far as you can forward. Press back. And relax. The reason why we do that one is an isometric hold will allow your body to get more range of motion when we release it. So as he said, I'm not pushing hard, I'm just pushing enough to hold him in place. He's just pushing enough to get his body activated and pushed back, so we're not straining each other. All right, next one, get on your back.
Laying straight down.
And this one is good also for the hip flexors. So you're gonna be on your back, both knees up. And all you're gonna do, same thing. I'm gonna press this way, he's gonna press this way. Relax, feet to the ground, bring them back up, go. Relax, feet to the ground. One more time. And relax. When we're working out and we're stretching, everybody wants to do the hip flexor stretch right here. It's fine to stretch it, we need to stretch it, but until you strengthen this hip flexor and activate this hip flexor, the hip flexor is going to stay tight. It's not going to give you what you want. And also, if this hip flexor is weak, the lower back is going to do the work. So the reason why we do the isometric hold is so that we can activate that hip flexor, we can get the hip flexor working so that we can take pain and tightness out of the lower back.
So that's a great one, because you're getting the hip flexors, the lower back, but also when he's pulling that, you got that core working too. You can feel it in the core. So some of the things that we're doing, remember your body's connected all the way across. So it's not just, you're not just gonna stretch one thing and not feel it somewhere else. So that's a lot of times why injuries happen. The lower back is hurting because the hamstrings or the hip flexors might be weak. So remember, when you're doing some of these stretches, you will feel them in other places. So another one that I know a lot of people have questions on, shoulders, right? You play football, we got quarterbacks, you got people hitting, you got baseball, we got pitchers, their shoulders are messed up. So what's something we can do for our shoulders for partner stretches?
Okay, partner stretch. What we're gonna do, bring your shoulder out. Same thing, resistance. Let him bring it up slow, not holding it down. Relax, back down. Let's go again. All you're offering is a little resistance. Back down. One more time. Little resistance. All right, turn the hand forward. Same thing to the front. Let's go. Relax. You see he's not straining. Let's go. One more time. Let's go. All right, so those are two of the things we can do. Once again, the isometric hold, the resistance is going to get into that nervous system and loosen that shoulder up a lot quicker than you just sitting here, stretching it here, and doing that. That resistance of the isometric hold is going to loosen that shoulder up a lot quicker.
Now remember, you see a lot of things we're doing isn't just only a stretch. It's also strengthening. It's resistance. And some of the best workouts are resistance work, right? We don't always have to have a weight in our hand. Resistance. And the best thing about resistance work is you can make it less or put more on there as needed, right? A lot of times when we're doing weights, we're jumping and doing all this. With resistance, it's easy just to do a little less or do a little more depending on what we got. So we've done lower back, we've done hamstrings, we've done shoulders. What about a glute stretch? What's a good glute stretch?
Good glute stretch. On your back again. So you want a good glute stretch, we're gonna have the knees bent. We're gonna go into this figure 4 position. So we can do it one of two ways. We can push it back, keep that knee bent, and pull the opposite knee back towards us, stretch it here, or we can straighten that leg up, push here, just stretch that glute out. There's another one we can do. We're here, straighten this leg out, let's go across, and all you're gonna do is hold that shoulder down, press that knee to the ground. Then we're gonna walk the leg up a little bit more, same thing. Push that knee to the ground.
Should they anticipate any pops or cracks when doing this?
On your lower back, just depending on this one, especially with your lower back, you can definitely feel a couple of those if you're tight, but it ain't nothing. That's no different than popping your fingers, but you'll feel that. So we went through a lot of stretches now. We went through the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back, shoulders. Now we're gonna talk about neck stretches because neck stretches are big. Concussions happen in all sports. In football, you have to have a strong neck when you're taking on tackles, when you're trying to break a tackle, when you get hit going across the middle. Even in soccer, hitting the ball. Basketball, it don't matter. You're getting banged up, you're bouncing all around. You wanna have a strong neck. That helps you, just like I said, for one, with concussions and your head's not flying all the way around, but just how you feel. When your neck is sore, your shoulders get sore, your lower back, everything feels bad. So what's a good partner stretch for our neck?
So all I want you to do is lean your head as far as you can to the side. All right, back up. Lean into my hand. Same thing, isometrics, relax. Now lean your head as far as you can again. Head back up, one more time. Relax, lean your head as far as you can again. Okay, this time you're gonna turn your head to the left. All right, press against my hand. Relax, turn it to the left again. Press, relax. And so you can do that to the side, you can do it with the turn, you can do it up, you can do it down. Any direction your neck turns, have somebody offer a little resistance for isometric holds, and the next time you turn it, you're gonna get more turn, it's gonna be looser, and it's gonna be stronger.
Perfect, perfect. So like I said, we gave y'all a warm-up routine that all athletes should be doing for sure. General public is great for you, so parents, you should be doing this with your kids. I don't know how long this video has been already, but remember, once you watch it throughout, you now know, hey, this is the routine, and our whole thing is explaining it to you so you understand. And once you get this routine down, then it doesn't take as long to watch it. Now you can just kind of go through it, get to the parts you need to be done. But yes, remember, these are things you can do 3 to 5 times a week just at the house when you wake up, go to sleep. And athletes, you definitely need to be doing this before practices and before games because it's going to get you right. Hey, we're going to keep bringing y'all these gems. We want to make sure that we're not only providing good, entertaining content and content that y'all want to see that's going to make you laugh, smile, get you excited, but content that's actually going to keep you on the field and keep you healthy. So like I said, that's our stretching that we're doing before games, and then we gave you the stretching as well that you can do at the house. That's one and the same. And then we gave you the stretching that you can do once again at the house with your parents, your brother, your sister. And then those same stretches that we did with a partner can be done before games as well. So we want to give you 2 different things that you can do at the house or before a game and practice. So you can use them however you need to. They're interchangeable. So make sure you're doing everything you can to keep yourself on the field. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We out.